Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and Happy New Year. It's around 1 PM on New Year's Day, and today Bo and I are going to go out and have a really steady 10k run. So it was nice to get a 10k run in on the first day of the year. Because it's New Year's Day, I'm guessing the hunt will be out and I don't know where, so I'll just keep on the lead for a while until I work out where's safe and where's not safe. So today I'm going to run on a mixture of road and trail, probably about 50% of each. So I've got my Oka ATRs on, which is sort of an all-terrain shoe, a little bit of a shallow lug, so just to bite into the mud. Although as you can probably see, it's very cold today. It's certainly minus something. It was -4 first thing, and there's no sun today, so it's not going to burn this frost off. Temperatures are probably already starting to go back down. Now we're going this way today, but our commune has put some new path walk guides in. There's a couple I've not been down, so I'm going to go and check them out. Probably starts about 2.5k from home, the first one. So far we are 1.25 kilometres into our run, 6:47 a kilometre, so we're not fast, we're just steady away. You can tell it's cold because I've got double buffs on. As you can probably hear, Bo's actually wearing a bell as well, just an extra indicator for the hunters that she's not a deer, so please don't shoot me. I've been running consistently now for 4 months, pretty much every other day. 1 week I'll run 3 days, and then the next week I'll run 4 days. So basically I use it as a 14-day block as opposed to a 7-day block. And because it's Christmas and I've got a bit more time, and also for any of you guys that see my other woodwork channel, you know I've got an issue with my car. So I've been riding my bike to and from the shops every other day as well, on the days between. Not far, 20, I think yesterday was 27 kilometres. But I have been coming back up quite a steep hill, a long hill, 3 kilometres steep hill, with shopping in the panniers of the bike. Yesterday was a PB at 6.5 kg. So after the layoff of stopped training, running, biking, swimming for triathlon, pretty much had the best part of 6 years away from running. That's a little post there, for example. But that's not the one we're going down today. We're going down the next one. I decided I'd start running again in July of this year. This is where we're going here. It's one with a yellow top on here. So we'll go and have a look, see what's down here. I haven't seen any sign of cars, hunting, no popping, so I might let Bo off. Just go steady. Just go steady. Here we go. So I started running again in July. I'll put the dates at the bottom of the screen and some more information. I just can't recall it. I'm lucky enough to have quite a large garden, so I set up a couple of compost bins at the opposite side of the garden, and I walked between them. The first time I did it, I think I run 1.3k. Now I was being very, very steady. I knew I wanted to build up to gently, so I didn't injure myself. However, I did have a little bit of an issue, but I'll come on to that in a minute. I'm going that way, Bo. I've decided which way she's going already. Wow, these are well manicured. Straight on, I think Bo going that way. Quickly. So, and I ran every other day in the late evening, just before sunset, because it was about 40 degrees last summer, and built the distance up until it took me 5 weeks, 13 runs to get back to 5k. And then when I got back to 5k, I started running on the road again. All this type of terrain. I'm quite active away from running anyway. Always working in the garden, working in the workshop, walking the dogs. Right, but I don't know where we go now. Probably on there. What does that say? And the sign says left. That sign doesn't say anything, so probably down here. Line with the power lines. Tempted to go down there though. See where that goes. We are 2.25 kilometres in at the moment. So my first 5k after 5 weeks of running was a very slow 37, maybe even 39 minutes. Very slow with Bo, with Gracie. And then I built it up from there. It was another 5-6 weeks before I got to a 10k. And then I've sort of stayed there ever since. Some days I'll run 5, 6, 7k. Some days I'll go and run maybe 12, depending on just where I go. I've always found when I've had a layoff before that there's a road here. Right, Bo, we've come to a road, so we'll go back. Come on, Bo, we'll go back and go right down that little track. I've always found that when I have stopped running for a period and started again, or indeed when I first started, on the same this time, then once you get to 5k, it's relatively easy to push to 6, 7, 8k, but that first 5k is really hard work. And there's a few reasons for that. First of all, you've got to get the cardiovascular system to work properly, and also get your ligaments, tendons, muscles to work properly, which is where I had the problem. I had tremendous pain in my calves, and on a couple of occasions I thought I actually pulled my calf muscle. But all I'd done was just used it to its 100% capacity, and after resting it for a day, overnight, it was fine again. But when I did have that pain, I just gave myself an extra day off, or went out on the bike just to give my muscles a chance just to repair. This is lovely. Still don't know where we're going. I'm only a couple of miles from home. Obviously something that the electric company's done. It's clear paths for line maintenance and then maintaining a footpath. My eyes are watering with the cold. Basically how I started running again, which was no different to how I started running when I was 38 and just ran along an old railway line that had been paved and just did the same, because then there was no apps. I don't think Strava existed then, but there were no apps like Runner. I don't think Couch to 5k had been invented. Pretty much on your own, unless you went and bought the Runner's World magazine or similar. After that, just a case of getting myself to an hour. I think the longest run I've done so far in terms of time is about 1 hour and 20 this time round, which will be in November. Right, a little late down the bottom here. I always found that when I used to do Ironman training, I used to train from a book called Iron Fit. And pretty much it was a 30-week program, and there was a beginner, intermediate, and an advanced. I used to just follow the intermediate one because it was just the time I had it. You had to sort of dedicate 12 to 14 hours a week to the program, peaking at about 20 hours a few weeks before the race when you're doing the really long bike rides. But the training plan assumes that you can ride a bike for an hour, you can run for an hour, and then every week it gradually increases in time. It's actually not a distance-based training plan, it's a time-based plan. It's all about time on your feet, which is how I still like to look at running now. I'm not bothered about running really fast. I'm not bothered about running a 5k in 25 minutes. I can't run a 5k in 25 minutes at the moment. I think I've managed a 28 minutes so far. Some days you just put your running shoes on, go out the door, and you just nippier than you are at the other times. And sometimes you go out and run a mile and you think, I've had enough today. I just let my body tell me, and if that's how I feel, that's actually what I run. What you found, Bodie? I haven't got a Scooby where we are. Little stream there, the lake just over that bank. I think we'll go back because there's a road there. I don't know where that road is. Where are we? I'll probably look on Strava when I get back to see where I am. So we've run 3.1k, so just under 2 mile, 6.55 kilometres an hour. Nice and steady. My heart rate is 128 beats a minute, which is in nicely in zone 2. My glasses have steamed up. My watch is on auto pause. I'm actually just dip back into zone 1. Might cover heart rate zones, training zones in a later video, but I try and keep my runs in what's called zone 2, which is very much keeping my run in that green band and not in the orange and the red. Take my glasses off. Can't win. Don't put my glasses on, I can't see where I'm going. Put my glasses on, they're steamed up. I can't see where I'm going. So we'll head back to the road. Now we know where this path goes. Bo's having a whale of a time running around. I always think I should put a GPS tracker on the dogs to see how fast and how far they go. That uphill section here, nothing too bad. 134 beats a minute, so still in zone 2. Just about, not now though. Peaked over into zone 3. You know, sometimes you need to stop and have a look around you. Never been here before. It's got beautiful countryside, maybe with the exception of the power lines. Frost on the trees, frost on the grass. And my auto pause has come on the watch. Gives me a chance just to get my breathing down, my heart rate down. Not into running anymore to run a quick time. This is absolutely perfect for me. Just have a look around, explore the area wherever I am. Enjoy watching Bo, enjoying herself, and just enjoy. I'll get back, I'll run an hour, I'll run 10k. I might have stood for 3 or 4 minutes just looking at the view. Come on then, Bobby, let's go back. Stop trying to steal my glasses. And we'll go back to the road, which probably gets us to about 3k. Probably turn left, run a k out on the road, probably back for home. Be about 10k. And the good thing about being a older runner, athlete, whatever you want to call it, you've got the endurance engine, or it's quite easy to get that endurance engine working rather than all that fast twitch muscle and really quick runs, which is why you see athletes, Olympians and the like, moving up distances as they get older. And if you look at the field at somewhere like UTMB, all the world's best ultra runners, very few of them are really young. In fact, you look at Ironman, the competitive age groupers are all in that probably 40 to 55 age group. I didn't drink very much last night, but I went to bed quite late. Things like that impinge on your readiness to run. Probably not at peak today, and it's flipping freezing as well. Not too bad, I think. I've dressed correctly, left home a bit cool, but now I'm warmed up, I'm not too warm. I don't have to start stripping off and carrying layers. Right turn, Clyde. You've got to be quite old to understand that joke. We've peaked at the top of the hill now. It's all downhill from here. A bit rocky, these paths are a bit. Careful with your ankles. Which way do we go, Bo? I think that way, Bo. Which way do you think? Let's go this way. Right, Bo, you have to go back on your lead now, I'm afraid to say. You gotta sit down. Sit. Good girl. Wait. Good girl. No. It looked good for 2 seconds, didn't it? Sit down. Hey. Oh, my glasses are still steaming up. So I left you on the gate post while I just went out and ran 1,500 metres just to make the 10k up. 137 beats a minute, so I'm still in that zone 2, but my average kilometre time has come down to 6:45. I've knocked 15 seconds off just because I'm running on the road at the same heart rate. When you start running on trails, your time will drastically increase just because it's just harder work on the body. That's 10k. Measured it absolutely perfectly. I'm 150 metres away from home. So just over 10k, 6:35 a kilometre, so that time's come down even more. Heart rate 131, so still in that zone 2. I'm going to go and have a shower, hydrate, drink some coffee because I'm cold, and I'll see you on the next video.